Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out the reason why. This reading aims to find out the kind of spiritual reasons for whatever kind of situation you might be going through right now. It was Spirit's idea, so let's just see what comes up, what messages Spirit has for us. We have 5 groups today. Group 1 is the bee. Group 2 is the strawberry. Group 3 is the blossom tree. Group 4 is the birds. And finally, group 5 is a diamond. So please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the reading, because that really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. Thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed. And if you want to support my channel, the PayPal donation link will be in the description box, as well as my private reading information for those of you who are interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the bee. Let's see what cards you have. So first of all, you have a song, and your song is Ryan Leslie, Just Right. You're my cure, you're my remedy. So sincere and pure, said I'll never leave. I'll stay by your side for eternity, till the day I die. Because you're just right for me, I'm just right for you. Come and share your life with me, and I'll share my life with you. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have Justice. The Seven of Wands. And Temperance. In the Goddess Tarot, you have the Ace of Pentacles. From the Good Tarot, you have the Two of Fire. The Queen of Air. I don't know how I'm going to fit these all. And the Hanged Man. Then from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Abundance and Opportunity. Very nice, guys. Very nice set of cards. And then finally, I've got some channeled messages for you. Please be ready when the moment comes. Can I be the king? How do we proceed? Prepare to take action. This is giving me a strong energy of there being a strong opportunity for abundance, an opportunity for material success, an opportunity for money, for something stable. Whatever it is, it could be a relationship or a business opportunity or something that you want, like something physical. Something physical that you want, I'm feeling. Something to do with your material abundance. And it's a sense of there being a really great opportunity, but of the time just not being quite ready to bring it forwards. Right now, with the Hangman being here, there's a strong energy of needing to wait for this to come to fruition, especially with the Two of Fire here as well, and Temperance. I'm getting a strong energy of there being a lot of work needed to be done. And with Can I Be the King here, it feels like it might be something quite ambitious that you're asking about, like something to do with an ambition, something that you really want that's like going to be hard work to come by. And it feels like maybe the way forward's not that clear right now. And with Can I Be the King, it seems like you want to do everything just right in this situation, or like everything needs to be with justice there as well. Like everything needs to be done very well. Everything needs to go according to like what is morally right, what is ethically right. And also according to what is universally right. And according to when is actually the right time. And it feels like there's a lot of restriction to whatever this thing is right now. There are a lot of restrictions and like a kind of blocked, obstructed kind of energy. And it does feel like a lot of work's needed to be done and a lot of patience is needed. And I feel like the kind of mix isn't right now. The quantities are not right, the balance isn't right. Things need to be really adjusted with temperance and justice here. A lot of adjustments are needed to get the right amounts in order to make something really solid. But there is a lot of potential I'm seeing with the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Wands here, like right next to each other. That's giving me a strong energy of, like I said, something really solid that you could move towards. It feels like it's at the early stage though. And I feel like some of you guys want it to be like a success already, but it's still in its early stages, so a lot of patience is needed. And this idea, this project needs to mature, whatever this thing is. Some maturing is needed, some figuring out is needed with how do we proceed. Like you need to figure out the right way forward. And it feels like maybe you're asking because you're frustrated that something's taking a long time to materialize. And I feel like it's meant to teach you a lesson of adjustment and waiting for the very right moment and being ready and like making yourself ready. Because I feel like some of you are not quite ready yet with Can I Be the King? It's like the confidence is not quite there. The assurance is not quite there. Maybe you still have some doubts. And I feel like you're trying to build something long term, or what you're asking about is something long term and something really important. So it needs to be done right and it can't be sloppy. And I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, it's like, and how do we proceed? There's some energy of things being kind of rushed and things being... It's a sense of somebody trying to push ahead, but it's not the best possible time. Because after the Seven of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, where everything moves really slowly. And in the Seven, it's like you're doing a lot of hard work and there's everything going against you. Like what you're trying to do is not what everyone else wants, if you know what I mean. Which sometimes is great. Sometimes to fight for what you want, despite what everyone else is saying, is amazing. Like, for example, when the world was racist and there were people fighting against that, that was amazing. But when things are right, with just right here and justice, it feels like things are right. They are as they're meant to be. It just feels like, with Can I Be the King, it feels like there's a sense of wanting to have absolute success when the time's not ready for it yet. It's still time for like making adjustments and figuring out the way and figuring out how to proceed. If this is a relationship, it's like a case of you've met somebody, you're really excited, it's an amazing opportunity, but you maybe don't even know them that well yet, and you really just need some time. Instead of trying to push it forward, it's not ready for it to go forwards yet. You just need to like enjoy this moment where it's a fresh opportunity, enjoy the figuring out, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship or whatever. it's just about enjoying the figuring out process and waiting and having faith, I feel like, and being ready for when the moment comes, like intellectually being ready in your mind so that you know what you're doing, especially if it's like a business opportunity or something. I feel like some of you want success, but you're not at the expertise where you can get that level of success yet, if you know what I mean. Some of you, I think you need to mature a little bit. Some of you guys might be young and you really want something, and it's a case of you really just need to wait until you're a little bit more mature, and then it will happen for you. No matter what age you are, even if you're a little bit older, it's still a case of whatever this thing is, it needs time to mature. So it's either like you need to mature in the situation or the situation needs to mature. But there is an amazing opportunity for abundance here. This thing is worth waiting for, whatever it is. I'm definitely saying that it's worth waiting for. But also some sacrifices might be needed to be made in order to have this thing. With temperance here, it's like you need to make sure everything is aligned, everything's in balance. You need to make sure that there's space and time for everything. And that things are blending well, things are mixing well, and the Seven of Wands gives me an energy of things not blending well and not mixing well. It's like struggle energy, strong struggle energy. But I'm seeing with Justice, it's like spiritually everything's right, but I'm seeing on the material level you're struggling very hard. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's good for you to work hard, but I feel like a better energy for you to come from would be planting your seeds, allowing them to grow, being very excited about the opportunities and maturing the opportunity by thinking about it and by, if that makes sense to you, like intellectually developing. I'm having faith and kind of waiting for it to mature, waiting for this thing to mature while you maintain your excitement and continue to adjust, continue to make sure the quantities are right, continue to make sure that you're doing what needs to be done at that moment and refining things and figuring out the best way to do things. I feel like it's a case of, I feel like you will receive all these blessings when you've kind of figured everything out in a way, if that makes sense. Like when you get the right combination that really works, then everything will move forward and it will be the right time. And Spirit's just asking you to be ready. Make yourself ready. I'm definitely feeling like a strong energy of this will, whatever it is, will happen when the time is right. And things will move forward when the time's right. And it's a case of having time to wait. Or it's a case of needing to make adjustments to the way you're doing things to make it a better way in order to get the success that you want, I'm seeing. But there's a huge opportunity for success with whatever this thing is that you want, or whatever the thing that you're asking about is, because I have no idea. I feel strongly, for some of you, you're asking about money, or you're asking about your career, or you're asking about something solid. Like it could be a relationship, a commitment, something like that. And it's a case of needing to wait, needing to stop going against the flow and make adjustments to the way that you're doing things, or make adjustments to the situation in some way to make it smoother and to get everything right. And also just letting things mature, developing things. A lot of trial and error, I feel like, is needed in this situation in order to develop some maturity. I feel like you need to do a lot of trial and error. On a spiritual level, to learn a lot of things, I think it's a case of just needing to do and try, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and if it does, then it does. And trying to Instead of giving up on things, it's a case of just refining it, making adjustments. Especially if you feel like something's really right for you and it's just not working out right now, then stick with it, be patient, make little adjustments here and there, change your approach, figure out the best way, be optimistic, know that it might take a long time and that you might need to mature a little bit before it's right for you. But remember that there is a great opportunity for abundance here, guys. I really hope that resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments if it did. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. My private reading information is in the description box, as well as my PayPal link if you want to help me out and donate to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the strawberry. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Toki Monster, No Way, featuring Isaiah Rashad, Joey Pop, and Ombre. Them lovebirds turn to burning. I'm stood inside your thorn. Would they pay to be a flower on our walls? If wallflowers could talk, they'd tell your secrets and more. When you're asleep, it will be me you dream about, I'm sure. I lie awake, it's always you I think about. I'm yours, but I can't make no mistakes. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. It's very nice. You have two knights. So this might involve moving for some of you guys, moving forward with something. The Four of Cups. And a lack of energy I'm feeling. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the Seven of Cups. Some kind of confusion. Good Tarot, you have the Eight of Air. Yep. I feel like for sure some of you guys are kind of depressed and confused and unmotivated and anxious about something where you need to move forwards. The Ten of Earth. And Fortune's Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of potential for success here, I'm seeing. Even if it doesn't really feel like it. I'm seeing for a lot of you it doesn't feel like there's any potential, but there definitely is. And then from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Change. And Voyage. It's very nice. Yeah, I feel like definitely some of you are thinking about moving with Voyage here. Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. And the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, change. Some of you guys are thinking about moving house, I feel like. And I'll go into it more soon because there's some channeled messages for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna continue my train of thought after I do the channel messages. Rest and prepare. A very good reason for this. Love is what makes things worthwhile. So as I was saying, it feels like some of you are thinking about moving, changing locations, or moving forward with something that's important that could like take you far with Voyage. And I feel like this thing is a journey. I feel like this thing is something that will take time. And it does feel like there's a lot of anxiety and confusion right now in this situation, and there's a sense of somebody being a little bit depressed maybe, and somebody being maybe not seeing an opportunity or not taking an opportunity or missing an opportunity potentially for some of you, but I feel like there's still a lot of potential for success. So it might just feel like an opportunity's been missed. Because we have the Ten of Earth and Fortune's Wheel, which is suggesting very long-term success and luck and blessings to me. So I definitely don't see it as like a lost opportunity. And with a very good reason for this, and rest and prepare, I feel like this is going to be something that's quite big. Yeah, I do. I think this is going to be something quite major, and it's going to lead to something. I think it's going to lead to... It will lead to a change, I think, and like a significant change that will continue to... I feel like a change that will continue long into the future, like it will create something that creates a chain of events that keeps going. And I feel like you need to be prepared for this. And I feel like the reason for this is love in some way. Like I feel like it's a labor of love, whatever this thing is. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's the labor of love, and at times there's a lot of uncertainty. And I feel like there's a lot of emotions in this situation because it is, at the core of it, the reason for it is love. It's hard for me to explain. I feel like because at the core of it, the reason for it is love, passion, excitement. But there's like a sense of uncertainty because I think it's taking a long time. And there's a sense of it being something that you're very passionate about. So you might want it to proceed very quickly, but it's taking a long time. And I think that's causing some depression and confusion, I feel like. And I feel like there's a lot of ways that it could proceed as well. And somebody's trying to think about the best way to proceed. And also it feels like there's just a lot of exhaustion in the situation, like maybe somebody's really tired and they just need to rest to prepare. I also feel like there's like a sense of something being a secret. Or maybe somebody's told a secret. Or maybe... I'm seeing like maybe somebody doesn't want to share something, like somebody's trying to keep something secret until the time's right. It might be like it's a surprise, something's a surprise and it can't be revealed yet. I'm feeling with the Seven of Cups here. One of the meanings I've found over the years with this cup that's like mystery cup. I feel like there's something that's like a mystery in this situation that's yet to be revealed, yet to be uncovered. And I feel like it's something exciting. Really exciting. I'm getting like a sense of... There's something that's like really passionate, it's moving forwards. There's been a lot of work put into the situation, a lot of patience, it's taken a long time. And then there's like a sense of like a kind of energy flop or like things kind of reaching a pause where it seems like there's some disinterest in the situation or like emotional exhaustion or just exhaustion in general with the situation. And that's leading to confusion and not really knowing what's going on. And that's leading to anxiety as well, I'm seeing, and being kind of in your mind about it. But ultimately something really solid is being created, and it will take a long time. Like creating something really solid does take a long time, and I feel like there's a long way to go with it, and some changes are needed. And yeah, there is a good reason for this, and there's a lot of love, and I feel like love is a big reason for this. And I also feel like a big reason for this is that it's meant to be something really successful, which means that it needs time to develop, and which means that you have to trust. You have to somewhat trust, I feel like, Whenever you're building something really long term, things don't often work out really quickly unless they're just temporary, I find in life, and I'm sure most of you have found the same thing. Sometimes they do, but most of the time, if you're trying to create something solid, something long lasting, something forever, something really worthwhile, it takes a lot of time, probably takes some trial and error, and also it just might not be able to happen until the perfect moment. And I'm seeing it might be a case of someone just being really tired in this situation. Like some of you might be asking about a situation where it might be a relationship situation, and it might be like a situation where you're not really getting on, like you're not in the same direction right now, and maybe someone's exhausted and not really open to opportunities to spend time, and that's leading to anxiety and confusion. But I do feel like there will be a change, and I feel like there will be movement into the future still, development into the future, which will lead to something long-lasting. And I feel like there's just a pause right now. And it might be literally just to rest and prepare some things. Or it might be just because somebody wants to keep something a surprise or a secret. Or it might be because, in some cases, I feel like it's just a case of resolve being tested. Like there's this little blip where you have some anxiety and confusion about whether this thing that you're going for is actually what you want long term. Because if you continue to put effort into it, I'm seeing that it would last a long time. So this might be a kind of like a pause to see if you're still committed to it. Because you don't have to, you can always change path. With Voyage and change here, I'm seeing that anytime you want to go in a different direction, you always can. So it might be a chance to kind of like see if this is the right direction, or if there's another way. Or it could just be a case of preparing because there's going to be a big change in the future. And because it's going to be a very big change and it's going to lead to some kind of journey or some kind of like long-term chain of events, I'm seeing it just needs to be the right time, needs to be built so it can last. And I feel like it might just be that somebody in the situation is a bit tired. There might be some choices to be made right now. Maybe somebody's not in the right mind state right now to make the choices, and it might be that just some rest is needed. I'm seeing, but ultimately, you guys, group 2, you should know that there's a good reason for this, and love makes everything worthwhile. So I feel like for you, I would say try and find the love in the situation in some way, like try and find passion again. When things don't work out, try and remember the passion and the reason why, which is love, ultimately. If you like look really deep for most things, it's love. So thank you so much for watching Group 2. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know how the reading resonated with you in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. If you want to support my channel, the private reading information is in the description box, as well as a PayPal donation link. If you're new here, don't forget to check out my other content, because some of that might resonate with you as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the tree. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and you have Camille Raindrops. Swear I saw your eyes up in the flashing lights. Tried to dance, but I lost the rhythm. Now I can't find my swag. I'm missing you so bad. You're like liquor up in my system. So don't even talk to me, talk to me. Because heartbreak is hard for me, hard for me. All this emotion inside of me, your love was a part of me, part of me. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Knight of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands reversed. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the Ace of Staves. From the Good Tarot, you have the Five of Water. Transformation, which is death. And the High Priestess. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have flexibility. And illumination. And then you have some channeled messages. And you have do the most. As fair as can be. How are the good things showing? What is bad? God is always aware and there for you. Can you try and get ready for movement? Interesting. So we have the Ace of Wands right in the middle here, which is interesting to me because we also have death. So I feel like something either has come to an end and a new beginning is coming, or it's like something needs to come to an end so that a new beginning can happen. And with the High Priestess, it feels like something's a mystery right now. Something's a mystery to you, something's concealed. And I also feel like there's like a divinity with illumination here as well. And I also feel like you have a lot of the answers within you, in your intuition already. And you might be seeing symbols and signs as well, I'm seeing, to show you. With the Five of Water here, I'm feeling like there's some kind of disappointment or like an emotional release in this situation. It might be like a disappointment and there's a need to like accept the end of something and start something new. But it also could be, with flexibility here, it could be that there's just some change needed with death and the Ace of Wands. And the Five of Cups might just be that there's a lot of disappointment and there might be some things that need to go and some things that need to end, but there's still some good. And I feel like if you pay more attention to the good things, it will show you what's bad. And I feel like maybe some of the bad things that's happening is to show you what's good, and vice versa. Like if you're finding things are really bad right now, and you're finding everything's going wrong, and thinking, woe is me, it might be so that you can see what needs to go, first of all, like what needs to be cut. What makes you feel like that? Because that needs to go, first of all. And then what makes you feel better? What makes you feel good? Because you need more of that. And I do feel like there's a sense of... There's a sense of like heartbreak or sadness or something missing or someone not talking. and a lot of emotion. And I'm seeing a sense of like a message being sent and not getting a response, or something being put out there and not coming back, or waiting for something that didn't really pay off, or seemed like it didn't pay off. It feels like something will happen with can you try and get ready for movement. It does feel like there's something going to happen, and with do the most as well. It might be a case of, for some of you, I feel like you've not kind of done enough yet. And for some of you, I feel like this is allowing you to do the most, this situation. It's allowing you to do more. I feel like in some way, you're being called to do the most. To be more, I feel like. To be more of yourself, to not... Don't be a victim, don't surrender to negativity. I feel like you need to shake that off and like really claim your space in the world, claim what you want. And it might be that you need to do more with do the most there. It might be that you need to take some action. It feels like there's something kind of precious in this situation. Like something's really important. I feel like. And there seems to be some stress as well. And potential for arguments for some of you guys. It might be that... Yeah, it might be that somebody's annoyed for some of you guys. And it might be that there's something missing, or somebody's missing something, or is missing someone. And yeah, I feel like somebody's very emotional. Somebody's very emotional and they don't want to talk, I feel like, because of their emotions. And I feel like they don't want to send the wrong message. So they might not be talking. And then for some of you, I think maybe there was a message that wasn't received and it might need to be like resent. And I'm feeling a strong sense of like something needs to be kind of cut and then added or like let go of so that new things can come with flexibility. It's a strong sense of like needing to kind of chill about things and needing to bend and not be fixed about things. Especially if there's arguments, I feel like, yeah, as fair as can be. I feel like there's a need for more kind of chill and balance in this situation. And to wait, I feel like. To wait and to be ready for movement when the time comes. And to really try and find answers within and be flexible. And to let go of disappointments. I think if there's a lot of disappointments, you need to find the source of that and really cut it out. And be honest with yourself, I'm seeing. Be honest with yourself about what's actually good and what's worth holding on to and what's not worth holding on to and what you can let go of, what you don't need and what just makes you unhappy. And know that I feel like part of the reason for this is for you to have more of a connection with your higher power. Whatever this thing is, I feel like it's the doubt about your future, the uncertainty, if that's what you're going through, the depression, the sadness, the having to let go of things, is all for you to trust, either to trust your own intuition or to trust your higher power more and to have more faith and to be able to connect with your own wisdom better, I feel like, and also to teach you more flexibility. And I feel like something is going to transform in this situation. And something's going to come to light. And I feel like there'll be an action and there will be movement. There will be movement. And I feel like there's some need to prepare. Like it might be that things aren't ready to take off yet. With the Page of Pentacles here, it's like a seed, or like something, just an idea, or something that's just getting started, or not even started yet. It's like thinking about how to start something. And yeah, what I'm seeing is mentally it's like somebody's ready to move forward with it, but actually the material reality of it is that it's just in its kind of preparation stage still. And I feel like because of that, it's not really time to move forward. I don't see that there's no hope for the future for this situation. I just think it's not ready to move forward yet, but it's going to be. With, can you get ready for movement? Can you try and get ready for movement here? And it might be that something's a little bit unfair, or it seems unfair, but actually it is as fair as it can be. Or somebody's trying to make something fair, or balanced, or like equal. Somebody's trying to equalize something. And it might be that something good is revealing something bad. Like maybe you're wondering why something seems so bad suddenly in your life, but the reason why it seems bad is because something good's come in, if you know what I mean. And maybe you didn't have anything good to compare it to before. I feel like this is just for somebody. Something like that, with how are the good things showing and what is bad. It's like either something bad in your life is revealing to you the good things by contrast, or the good things are showing you what's bad. Like maybe something new and good's come in and it's made you realize, wow, I've been putting up with this. When, like, say it's a relationship and you've had like a really toxic partner for years and you've never known anything other than that. When you have somebody new who's really lovely to you, that would suddenly show you like how bad what you had was. I feel like it's something like that. Let me see if I'm seeing anything else. With the tree here, I do feel like there's a sense of things needing a long time to grow, and also a sense of, I'm feeling, yeah, flexibility. It's like you need to be like the tree that can kind of go with the wind a little bit, like be kind of ruffled by the wind, but still stay very strong. I'm seeing. And not let this affect you too much, not let this stress you. And also try to match your mind more with where you are physically. And to have more of an understanding, I feel like. More clarity. But I do feel like everything will move forward again soon. It's just a case of trying to be ready. And the way to be ready is to cut out bad stuff and to focus on what's good, and to try and find answers within yourself. Trust your intuition, trust your dreams, trust any like signs and symbols that you keep seeing. Just follow them. Follow them and be flexible, guys. And do the most. Put in some effort. Try and make a good impression. Try and try and make an attempt. Do something. Take an action. Some action is needed, I'm seeing. And trust your higher power, I'm seeing. Ask for help if you need it. Know that your higher power is watching. And also for some of you guys, it might be that you need to cut out some bad stuff that you're doing. And it's a case of like, Know that you can ask your higher power and also know that they're like watching you. I hope you enjoyed that group 3. Please let me know in the comments how that resonated with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, that really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. If you're new here, please check out the other content on my channel. Some of that might resonate with you as well. And if you'd like to support my channel, there's a link for PayPal in the description box, as well as my private reading information if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the birds. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Norah Jones, Come Away With Me. I want to walk with you on a cloudy day, in fields where the yellow grass grows knee-high. So won't you try to come? Come away with me and we'll kiss, on a mountain top. Come away with me and I'll never stop loving you. In the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the Empress. Strength. And the Four of Wands. Very nice combination. The song as well. Lovely. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the Seven of Pentacles. From the Good Tarot, you have the Empress. Wow. Okay, wow. The Seven of Earth. Oh my god, guys. I promise you, I'm gonna just show my shuffling one day, because I promise you that this is not intentional, and I'm quite in shock right now. And then Love, which is the Lovers. Wow. Beautiful combination of cards, guys. I'm blown away, and I've not even finished putting out the cards. Double Seven of Pentacles, double Empress, the Lovers, Strength, and the Four of Wands. Wow. And then the Norah Jones song. Wow, guys. In the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Purification. And Potential. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I do feel a lot of potential here with the double Seven of Pentacles and the Empress twice. And Love, it feels like, yeah, it feels like there's a strong potential for love here, guys. Or growth, or abundance, or development. Channeled messages now. Try and be more free for the things that make you feel good. Good people. Car. Okay? Some of you, this involves a car. Time away. Resources. Interesting. So I feel like some of you guys, you're trying to build up your resources with resources here, and then the Seven of Pentacles twice. And the Empress, it feels like it's about growth. The reason why for this is like there's a need to build up. Build things up, develop things, wait for the right time, wait for the harvest time. And it does feel like there's a lot of love here. And I'm noticing we have the Lion here and the Lion here on Strength. So I feel like strength is needed in this situation. I feel like it's a test to unconditional love. Like this is teaching you unconditional love. With the combination of the double Empress, Strength, this song, the Four of Wands, and the double Seven of Pentacles. It feels strongly like a situation where it's unconditional love, and there might be a long wait before things come to fruition, but it feels like it feels like something that's very abundant and full of potential. Full of potential. And I feel like there's a lot of potential for growth. And a lot of potential for resources I'm seeing, like material resources, as well as anything more significant. And with car here, it feels like maybe some of you guys, there might be like either a need to go away somewhere with time away. It might be like a need for a holiday for some of you. Or maybe there is a holiday coming as a result of this. Maybe it will lead to some kind of holiday or time away. And resources, I'm getting that kind of vibe. And I'm also getting, with car, I feel like there is a trip or something. There's either a need to go away, or I feel like this situation will lead to going away somewhere. And it might be romantic with the lovers here. Or it might be just progressing a relationship. It doesn't have to be actually like a physical trip, but it could be progressing the relationship a lot further. With purification and potential, it feels like, with the Seven of Earth twice as well, it feels like a need for gardening or like farming kind of, with regards to the situation, like on a spiritual level. You need to weed away what doesn't work, purify the situation. Because there is a lot of potential, but potential doesn't equal success without hard work, without effort, and without you putting in work and doing the right things. So you can't just stand there. I feel like you need to continue putting in effort to an extent. And there's a need to nurture in this situation. A lot of nurturing's needed, a lot of care is needed. A lot of patience and tolerance is needed, understanding, learning to be unconditionally loving and supportive no matter what, in order to create harmony. Especially with regards to relationships, I feel like this is part of the process of learning to develop healthy relationships. So I feel like for some of you are asking about a relationship that is developing, and it's developing slowly, but there's a lot of potential, and the direction it's going in is really, really positive. And I think the reason for this is to create more freedom for good things, and to create more resources, to create more money, to create more happiness, to create more love. The reason for this is development. The reason for this is reaching a higher up position in the world, to have better people around you, to have a break, to have some time away from your situation, to take a trip maybe, go away somewhere. With the birds here as well, it's like freedom. I'm feeling freedom is needed. Freedom, but also growth and nurturing and development and actually like nurturing the potential. Think about pregnancy. This could be about a pregnancy, but think about like the spiritual representation of a pregnancy, where it's like a little seed. And the mother, in this case it's you, because it's like your little seed, whatever this thing is that you're working on, and it could be an actual baby. But the mother has to incubate the seed and make sure that she is taking care of her health and her well-being in order to nurture the child and to bring it to life. Because it's just a little potential at the start. It's not like a guaranteed life until you bring it there, until you wait, until you have patience, until you love it and nurture it and care for it. And I am seeing there's a sense that relationships will harmonize. This will harmonize relationships. Or potentially you could meet somebody really significant, like you could meet a soulmate as a result of this. if it's not already, that you're asking about a relationship. I feel like if you are asking about a relationship, this person is your soulmate, with love and the Four of Wands. And the Empress here twice. There's a sense of nurturing growth, development, love, unconditional love. And like this could lead to like marriage or children if you're asking about a potential relationship. And I'm seeing strongly it's like a situation where there's a lot of potential that you're asking about, no matter which stage of development it's in. But there's a lot of development left to do in order to reach success. And there's a need to be patient and to wait for the right moment to reap the rewards, to keep nurturing the situation until you see the rewards, with patience, with love, with tolerance, with care, with compassion, with kindness, with unconditional love, and also with a sense of freedom, I feel like. But it's like a freedom for you to go towards what you want. It's beautiful, beautiful energy, guys. And I'm also seeing the reason for this is so that you can get more. Just more, and like including material resources. And for some of you, it's like a physical car, with the word car here, like some of you want a car. Or some of you need a car. Maybe, like you can't do this because you don't have a car and you need to get a car. In some cases. But yeah, there's a sense of like travel or like going somewhere with the birds here. Freedom. Going away. Release, letting go. But at the same time, earthiness, groundedness. It's very beautiful energy. I feel like it's very positive anyway, the reason for whatever this thing is. It's to show you more love. Even if you're in an unhappy situation right now, I feel like try and be more free for the things that make you feel good and time away. It would be like for you to go towards better things. For you to go towards better things, for you to find time away. But for most of you, I think you're asking about a relationship that's really good or a situation that's really good where there's a lot of potential for success and a lot of potential for growth and love and abundance. And it's like really meant to be. I'm feeling like spiritually it's perfect spiritually, this situation. It's just that more hard work and more waiting and more growth is needed, more development is needed. Like think about a pregnancy, it just takes 9 months. You can't speed it up, you just have to wait. And I feel like that's your situation, you guys. You can't speed this up. It takes as long as it takes to cook this thing up, whatever this thing is, whether or not it's a baby or something material. So I really hope you enjoyed that group 4. Please let me know how this video resonated with you in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, that really, really helps out my channel with YouTube's algorithm. If you're new here, please check out the other content on my channel. Some of that might resonate with you as well. And if you would like to support me, then my PayPal link is in the description, as well as my private reading information, for those of you who are interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the diamond. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing. Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I will hold it back again, this passion inside. Can't run from myself, there's nowhere to hide. From the Golden Universal Tarot, you have the 5 of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the Six of Cups. From the Good Tarot, you have Cool, which is Judgment. The Three of Fire. And the Two of Earth. In the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Relaxation and Wonders. Very nice. And finally, I have some channeled messages for you. And you have Prepare and don't think about what's coming. Be what you want to see. That's very nice. Try and be very good. The good part. A reason for the good. So first of all, there's a good reason. I feel like with a reason for the good here. And I feel like you're meant to focus more on what's good and appreciate small wonders in life more. Appreciate the little things, appreciate the small pleasures. Appreciate simple things, simple blessings, simple joys like spending time with people you love, spending time with family, having like nice food, having comfort, having a roof over your head. I feel like you're being taught to be more grateful for really simple pleasures. And I feel like what you're going through is to make you a better person with Judgment here and be what you want to see. I do feel a strong sense of you being called to address things that haven't worked and change them and make adjustments. Maybe see where you've been procrastinating. And there might be some things that have been avoided, some heavy, difficult situations that have been avoided that need to be addressed. And I also feel like you're just being given time to relax. With relaxation in the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups, it feels like there's more relaxation needed. And it feels like there's more of a plan needed for the future, a direction for the future. And I'm seeing gratitude as a strong reason, like it's a lesson of gratitude and of focusing more on what's good. And also with Prepare and don't think about what's coming. I feel like some of you are anxious and your anxiety puts you off doing things. And I think you just need to keep putting in the work without thinking about what you're doing. Kind of just take the steps that you know you need to take to get to where you need to go without thinking about where you're going so much. Because if you keep thinking about the final destination, which might be a long way away, I feel like you'll get fed up and just give up and think, oh, it's too far away, it's not really worth it, it's just a pipe dream. And I feel like it's better just to focus on what's right in front of you. And then you'll have more wonder in life and you'll be able to have more relaxation and more appreciation for simple things. And also I feel like that will just allow you to it will allow you to see what you really value and what you want to see in the world and give you an opportunity to become that. To become somebody really good, somebody who inspires others to do good things. And also I feel like it's leading to more of a simple life. or more simplicity is needed, a less complicated approach. I'm also feeling a sense of like there's a material thing going on with the combination of I have nothing and the Five of Pentacles and then the diamond being there. There's a sense of something missing, like material resources being missing, but I feel like there's emotional contentment, emotional satisfaction, but there's like a sense of something missing on a material level, like a struggle. And it might be that you need to go through this with somebody else. And it's like a test for you both to go through together some hardships. And for some of you, I feel like you're placing value on things which you shouldn't be placing value on. And I feel like this is the strongest message. It's like sometimes we see what society values, like things like diamonds and cars and like flashy cars, enormous houses. And really, having nothing is fine if you have somebody to go through it with. Like being alone and really unsatisfied with your life, but having like diamonds and expensive cars in your driveway, your enormous house's driveway, is probably less happy than being kind of poor but with a lot of people you love. Being with a really happy family, being really emotionally content, having just simple pleasures, having a roof over your head, having that sense of gratitude for simple things because you don't have so much. I feel like spiritually that's important. That lesson is important for people. And it enables you to see what being a good person means to you, see what success means to you, find what your calling is, find what your purpose is, find what gives you a sense of meaning and a sense of direction for the future. See what you really appreciate, what you're really grateful for. And some of you might have been acting in a way that wasn't the best, that was maybe a bit shady, maybe a bit dishonest, maybe a bit deceptive, maybe procrastinating a lot, maybe lying a lot, maybe trying to get away with stuff. Maybe there's been some kind of loss as a result. And I feel like the reason for that is for you to have a kind of awakening, to see where you've been going wrong and how to fix it going forwards. And to also, no matter what your situation, it's just for you to have more wonder in life, for you to appreciate things more, for you to relax more, for you to get rid of some stuff and have more simplicity with Judgment here. And the Two of Pentacles, it's like, I need to balance and weigh up what needs to go and what needs to stay. And a sense of juggling, a sense of like up and downs, and trying to maintain despite the up and downs. And yeah, there's a strong sense of like material, your attitude to money, and when you have nothing, and what your opinion of having nothing is, like what your perception of having nothing is. I feel like that's the reason for this. It's to kind of question all that and to understand all of that. I really hope that resonated with you, Group 4. Please let me know in the comments if it did. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're new, please check out the other content on my channel. Some of that might resonate with you as well. If you want to support my channel, there's a link down in the description box for my PayPal if you want to donate. And there's also private reading information if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.